Do you think you need to spend at least $500 per month to run paid ads? Want to know what costly assumption might be killing your ad performance? Did you know the number one most neglected activity in digital marketing can reward your business exponentially when managed properly? Stay tuned and see case studies where I successfully ran ads for clients on shoestring budgets. You'll also discover how to avoid 4 costly advertising mistakes that entrepreneurs make in the 16th episode of Flip Your Marketing Flops, the podcast. I'm your host, Joe Sayles Jr. Welcome to Flip Your Marketing Flops, the digital marketing and lead generation podcast. Welcome to Flip Your Marketing Flops, the podcast, providing weekly episodes of presentations, interviews, and conversations with marketing professionals and industry experts discussing common marketing mistakes and how to prevent them. If you're an entrepreneur, local service-based business owner, small business marketer, or a new digital marketing professional, and you don't normally have access to insider marketing knowledge, then this podcast is for you. My purpose is to teach you the hacks, tips, and secrets that will prevent common marketing mistakes, saving you both time and money. This is Flip Your Marketing Flops number 16, part 1. Moving into today's presentation, let's talk about mistakes entrepreneurs make and should avoid in paid advertising when marketing on a budget. I first presented this topic in Flip Your Marketing Flops Summit number 2, and since it remains relevant, I've chosen to discuss it again on this episode of this podcast. In this episode, I will make some points more geared toward paid search ads like Google and Microsoft, and others more focused on paid social ads like Meta Facebook. I will let you know when a point focuses more on paid search or paid social ads. As we discuss the kinds of mistakes entrepreneurs should avoid when marketing on a shoestring budget, paid advertising, I want to focus on 6 key mistakes. In this episode, we'll concentrate on mistakes number 1 through 4. In the next episode, I'll finish off with mistakes number 5 and 6. So let's get into mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is believing you can't do paid ads on a budget of less than $500 per month. Here's a myth buster. If you're marketing on a shoestring budget, you can still do paid advertising. I've experienced this many times in my career. After a discovery call with clients, I'd often learn that their goal was to generate lots of high-converting leads into paying customers as quickly as possible. When they'd say quickly to me, this meant that they needed paid advertising in my mind. The problem was that they often had small shoestring budgets to work with, so I had to develop and show them creative, customized ways to work with their budgets, and I've had several clients do it effectively. One thing that I'd like to point out is that there are several strategies for running ads under $500 per month. It just takes some thought and creativity. For instance, in paid search like Google and Bing ads, one of the best ways to manage your smaller budget is to limit the time your ads can run every day. Here's an example. Your client wants to sell to soccer moms who are the ultimate prospects for his ads. Let's say he has a $150 ad budget to spend per month. To keep him within his budget, rather than run his ads for 24 hours per day, which would use up and spend his total budget in just 6.25 days, you can set his campaign to run for a shortened number of hours in the day. This ad must also be highly localized for the budget to last longer. In this example, you might set the daily budget to just $5 per day. You might also set the ads to run during the time of day that the soccer mom might be searching on her phone, which would probably be during the soccer players' practice times of 5 to 8 p.m. If you're using a shoestring budget, do you see how this might extend your $150 per month budget for the whole month? Ads in social media typically cost less per click than they do on paid search. So when I ran paid social ads for real estate clients and other clients, I used a similar strategy that was just as hyper-focused and hyper-localized. In that strategy, for real estate agents who primarily prefer to market their specific listings on paid social ads, we needed a different plan for when their inventory ran low and they had no listings. Rather than completely turning off their campaigns, we ran specific lead generation ads using lead magnets at $1 a day. The benefit of running a $1 a day budget at the time was that once we'd trained the algorithm to work for our targeted clients, all we needed to do was bump up the daily budget when we were ready to find more leads. While we were running these campaigns at $1 a day, it never failed. We'd still generate 1 or 2 leads per day, so we were typically getting leads for as low as $2.50 per lead in these campaigns. My greatest testament to running paid social ads on a shoestring budget was for one of my real estate agents. She came to us with a very modest budget for lead generation because she had tried many different sources for leads that had cost her upwards of $15 per lead. We assured her that we could get her high-quality leads below what she had paid in the past for her $150 monthly budget. We used our lead generation made simple process to develop a hyper-targeted strategy focused on her ultimate prospect type. The overall results of the 45-day case study we did with her were that we generated 35 high-quality leads with a spending amount of just $224. Basically, it was a $5 per day budget. Her overall cost per lead was just $6.42, with 1 in 7 clicks becoming a qualified lead. In the last 17 days of her case study, her click-to-lead ratio was down to 1 lead for every 4.7 clicks, with an average cost per lead of just $5.50. According to a recent study by WordStream, the average cost per lead across industries on Facebook is $19.68, making our clients' $5.50 cost per lead approximately 72% more cost-effective than industry averages. And I have a better one than that. But needless to say, this agent has remained a loyal client for many years. In fact, the biggest challenge we had with her was that when we were running at a slightly higher budget, we overwhelmed her with high-quality leads and she had difficulty keeping up. So we went back to maintaining the $150 per month budget for her. In another of our case studies, we used our $1 per day strategy. A health and wellness product client experienced a cost per qualified lead of just $1.67, beating the industry averages by nearly 92% more cost effective with a lead generated every 2 clicks. With this client, we spent just $28.36 in our 30-day case study. Getting back to the solution for mistake number 1, just know that you can run ads with budgets for as little as $1 a day in paid social media. If you'd like more info on this and other case studies, click the link at the end of the episode. Mistake number 2, not having a 90-day strategy. You may have noticed that mistake number 1, I mentioned that I had to develop and show the clients creative, customized ways to work with their budgets. Well, this ties directly into the second biggest mistake I see while running paid ads on a shoestring budget, which is not starting out with a strategy to run campaigns long enough to make sound decisions on the results experienced. Most people unfamiliar with the processes of running paid ads will typically run an ad for a very short period of time, maybe a few days or weeks. The problem with this approach on the shoestring budget is that you never have the opportunity to see enough data and learn from it, tweak the campaigns with optimizations, and improve them. You need enough time or to have spent enough budget to train your overall campaigns and ad sets to function and get the right kind of leads. Once you do that, you can change your campaigns for short-term promotions like July 4th sales or Valentine's Day specials. But the overall approach, especially in paid social with Meta Facebook, is that you'll want to run your ads long enough so that you can use your analytical data to improve and strategically optimize your ad sets. I can best optimize campaigns at the ad set level, which sits between the campaign and ad levels. I personally test different audiences at this level. Once I have my ad sets right, I can run different types of ads to those audiences. The bottom line is that when running ads, don't give up too quickly. I advise people to plan on running their ads for at least 90 days, whether running Facebook ads, Google ads, Bing ads, programmatic ads, or any other type of paid ad. Mistake number 3, not having clear goals and strategy. Entrepreneurs should avoid this third mistake when marketing on a shoestring budget. It is similar to mistake number 2 because it relates to strategy. But more specifically, mistake number 3 concerns not having a strategy with specific goals and objectives. When running paid ads, you must have a strategy with clear objectives. It can't just be, I want to make a lot of money. It has to be very specific, like, I want to have 30 leads per month coming from soccer moms on a daily budget of $5. This type of objective is SMART. In other words, it's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. When you're working with defined strategies with clear goals and objectives, it is easy to see how you are progressing because you can take snapshots of your business performance at different time intervals. Once you set your specific parameters, you can start running your campaigns and backing into your goals and objectives by tweaking and optimizing your ads based on performance at your specified intervals until you hit the goals and objectives. The solution here is to create a strategy and set goals and objectives. The biggest issue I see when discussing marketing with people is that they don't understand how to create a digital marketing strategy. Many don't understand the complete picture of the digital marketing process. Another thing that is puzzling to me is that these entrepreneurs have so little understanding that they don't realize they are headed for failure without creating a solid strategic foundation. So the reality is that understanding digital marketing has got to be the marketer's foundation. If you are not sure whether you truly understand the need for generating a solid digital marketing strategy, I have a solution for you. My bicycle lead generation blueprint framework is a method for teaching entrepreneurs and new digital marketers how to understand basic digital marketing in 5 minutes or less. It relates to something everyone is aware of, making it easy for entrepreneurs to understand and retain for life. If you're unsure about understanding the whole digital marketing picture, be sure to grab a copy of my bicycle lead generation blueprint. I will link to it at the end of this episode. Now for mistake number 4, not understanding your target audience. Once again, we're talking about a mistake deeply rooted in the lack of digital marketing strategy. In fact, this is what I believe to be the number one glossed over or skipped activity by marketers, both big and small. On more than one occasion, I've been a part of the team that has had to implement a deep study to gain a better understanding of their target market for marketing purposes. This is so important because if you don't understand the specific needs, pain points, and desired goals of your target market, and you don't know who your buyer personas are, their income levels, their family status, and where they look to solve their issues, then you can't get in front of them on the internet, and you can't create messaging that will attract them to your solutions to their problems. This is especially important when working with a small budget because it keeps you from wasting time and money, 2 things entrepreneurs cherish. You need to understand that your target audience so you're not wasting money going in the wrong direction. A great ad directed at the wrong audience won't get conversions, but even a mediocre ad shown to the perfect audience will convert some leads. It's like fishing. If you have the wrong kind of bait for the fish you're trying to catch, you won't bring in any fish. When running ads, you must have a target audience in mind. You need to know what they like, what problems they're trying to solve, what goals they're trying to achieve, what their needs are, and what they're feeling and why they feel what they feel. These are the elements you use to attract the audience. Defining your target audience and presenting the right buyer personas at the best times for their stage of the buyer's journey is how you increase your conversion rates. It also definitely reduces your paid advertising costs because platforms like Meta, Facebook, and Google reward you when you reach the right audience and convert at a higher rate. They'll look for better quality leads to serve you and reduce the cost per click. That's where lookalike audiences come into play, even though these days Meta is moving further away from using lookalike audiences than ever before. You have to dial in your target audience first with your ads. Once you've dialed it in, you can grow and scale by creating lookalike audiences. With Facebook's recent removal of detailed targeting options, the lookalike audience approach I mentioned is now even more critical. As I said at the beginning of this mistake, this is the one area that is most neglected in all the digital marketing strategies, and it is definitely an area that can come back to reward you exponentially. People don't work harder at developing their target audiences into buyer personas and focusing on the various ultimate prospects within their audience because owners and marketers can arrogantly think that they know their target audience, so they don't commit the time to developing the details. And I know this because I thought the same way many years ago until over time I realized that this was the root of many of my early failures. For these owners and marketers, not until they dive deeper into knowing the personas in their audience do they begin to learn new important details about them that are missed in their marketing messaging. When these details are missed in the messaging, they will not attract their ultimate prospects, so the business loses another lead to their competition. If you want to make significant gains, especially on your competition, take a hard look at your target audience. Define your buyer personas and focus your brand messaging on one ultimate prospect at a time. This will dramatically improve your ad click-through rates and your conversions. The biggest mistake is to avoid running paid ads, especially on a shoestring budget, without having a clear target audience in mind. So the solution is to spend time developing your buyer personas. In conclusion, to round up my thoughts on the first 4 mistakes to avoid doing paid ads on a shoestring budget, here is a reminder of each mistake and its solution. Mistake number 1 was believing that you can't do paid ads on a budget of less than $500 per month. And the solution is you can run ads for as little as $1 a day. I've done it and shared 2 case studies of working with shoestring budgets. Mistake number 2, not having a 90-day strategy. Solution, the bottom line here is to not give up too quickly when running ads. Plan to run your ads for a minimum of 90 days, whether you're running Meta Facebook ads, Google ads, Bing ads, programmatic ads, or any other type of paid ad. Mistake number 3 is not having clear goals and strategy. And the solution here is to create a strategy, set goals, and establish SMART objectives. Be sure to understand how to create a digital marketing strategy because not having one can cause many issues in your marketing efforts. And mistake number 4 is not understanding your target audience, the number 1 most neglected activity in digital marketing strategies by marketers, both big and small. It is an area that can come back to reward you exponentially. So the solution here is don't arrogantly think that you know your target audience. Instead, develop your understanding of that target audience. Skipping this focus prevents you from attracting your ultimate prospects. Coming up in the next episode will be mistake number 5, misalignment between ads and landing pages, and mistake number 6, lack of follow-up systems. If you have difficulty putting these recommendations into practice, let me know. As a paid ad specialist, I've managed everything from giant million-dollar budgets to budgets as small as $1 a day. I've created successful strategies to make all of them increase their return on their ad spend. By fixing the mistakes I shared in this episode and will share in the next one, you'll also be on the way to generating a positive ROAS on your investment in paid ads. But if you would feel better about having your ads audited or working with someone to run your paid ads, then reach out to me. My mission here is to help you as a business owner and entrepreneur understand the essential parts of digital marketing so you know what it will take to generate a consistent flow of high-converting leads for your business. It's imperative that you don't simply hand over your marketing activities without understanding what is involved in digital marketing. By the way, today, for the first time in this podcast series, I've mentioned several resources that I have readily available for you. I will be sharing more over the next few weeks and months as I update and create new materials. Be sure to check out the links in the show notes to access any of the resources mentioned in this episode. I'm Joe Sayles Jr., lead generation strategist and a host of Flip Your Marketing Flops, the podcast. This has been episode number 16, Avoiding Paid Advertising Mistakes for Entrepreneurs on a Shoestring Budget, Art number 1. Be sure to come back next week to learn mistakes number 5 and 6. There's a lot to cover with this, so you want to be sure not to miss the next episode. Don't forget your resources for your case study and your bicycle lead generation blueprint. Flip Your Marketing Flops is the digital marketing and lead generation podcast where you can listen in on the latest digital marketing and lead generation trends and tips through conversations with marketing professionals. We're helping service businesses and entrepreneurs produce better marketing results. Tune into our latest episode on your favorite listening platform. Get involved with the show. There are many ways to do so. You can email me here at the show. Just use joe@flipyourmarketingflops.com. If you enjoy the content on this channel, let me know. If you have a digital marketing topic you would like to know more about, tell me about it. And if there is someone you think I should have on the show, just give me their name. You are crucial to the success of this show, just as I want to be helpful in the success of your business, and I want to give you information you want to know about. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and comment below. For more information, visit flipyourmarketingflops.com. Remember, every marketing flop is just a lesson waiting to be flipped.